Hi guys, I'm here today to do my November week wrap up part 2. I'll leave link part 1 down below. I read 10 books in the last 2 weeks. I think it's been about. I've been fairly busy, so I'm very happy that it's been 10 books. So let's get started. The first one I read was Midnight Bites by Rachel Kane. This is 16 short stories plus 6 original stories about Morganville vampires. The series in that world. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it, but I probably would never read this again. I did like getting some behind the scenes from like some other characters like Hannah, what is his name? Maury, that's not his name, but I can't think of it. Mervyn, or whatever, how you ever say that. Emily, Oliver, Eve, Claire, Shane, Michael, those types of things. I did enjoy that though. So 4 out of 5. Probably won't read again, but did like it. Then I read Lick and Play by Kylie Scott. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy it. Lick follows, and Lick was a reread, and that follows Evelyn and David, who is a guitarist of Stage Dive, and they wake up in Vegas and find out they're married. So throughout the whole thing, you're like, do they stay married? Do they get divorced? What happens? I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I did enjoy it. And then I picked up Play, which is book 2 in the Stage Dive series. I gave it 4 out of 5. Play is my favorite book in the series. That follows Mel, who is the drummer, and Anne. Something happens to Anne's roommate, and she goes to a party with her friend Lauren at the a stage dive party, and then she meets Mel, and she says something that she had no roommate and she can't afford her apartment at the party. And the next day, Mel moves in with her and asks her to be his fake girlfriend. And he lives with her, and so you see how that plays out. I gave it 4 out of 5. Really did enjoy that. Then I read books 3 and 4 in that series, which I don't have the bind up yet because it comes out on the 6th of December, but my library had all of the audiobooks available, so I just got all of them. I read Lead, which is book 3, and that follows Jimmy, who is the guitarist, and Lena, who is like his assistant and making sure he's okay, because Jimmy, in the series, you find out that he is an alcoholic or like addicted to drugs, and he goes to rehab, and so she's kind of like his sponsor and slash assistant. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Did enjoy it. Yeah, and the 4th book is Deep, and that follows Ben and Lizzie. Lizzie is Anne's sister from Play, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. This follows, well, in the beginning you find out that Liz is pregnant, and because Ben and her had one night in Vegas, and she ends up pregnant, so it's more of what they do with that. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, did enjoy it, and I'm glad I'll own the whole series. So, and then I reread Sweet Home by Tilly Cole. This is book 1 in the Sweet Home series. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely love this book. This follows Rome, who is the quarterback of Alabama's team, and Molly Shakespeare, who is a English TA for one of his classes, and Molly has a rough life. Her mom died during childbirth, and then her dad died when she was like 14, and I think her grandma also passed away. So she really doesn't have anyone on her side. So when one of her teachers offers her to come to Alabama, the U.S., she decides to accept it, and then she meets Rome, and things get intense. And this book does have some hard topics. It does have a miscarriage and abuse, so just be aware. And I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really recommend this book. I can't wait to continue on with this series. Those are all the physical books I read. So now on to my Kindle. The first one I read was Rain by Kimberly Adams. This is the 6th and final book in the Rome series, which I started earlier this year, and I just decided to finish this series. And this I gave 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. Can't really go into too much detail because it is the 6th and final book, but it deals with time travel, and it's a new adult time travel. So, yes, 5 out of 5. Really enjoy it. The next book I read was Jax by Jennifer Ford. This is book 5 in the Mitchell-Hurley series. This follows Jax, who is Jake's twin brother, and in book 4, Jake and Jack's girlfriend, Reese, cheat on each other, and this is Jack's book, Jack's book, and he's trying to move on with what happened, and then he decides to go to Kentucky where his uncle lives and help him out there, and then he meets Amber, who is a stripper, and stuff happens, and there is a little bit of talk about a rape that Amber went through, so just beware about that. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. And then I read book 6, Addison by by Jennifer Ford. This is book 6 in the Mitchell-Hurley series. This follows Addison, who is a recovering drug addict, and she decides to put what she went through as a teen into what she wants to do as a career. She decides to help people, other drug addictives or addicts, try to stay clean, and she's a sponsor. And then she meets Cole, who has a very broken past. And I don't want to say what his past is because it is a spoiler, but he just had a broken childhood. He was abused, and yes, so he is not very open about that to Addison, and there is a reason. Again, can't tell you because it's a spoiler. So, but I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Did enjoy it, and can't wait to continue on with this series. I have one more book to talk about. And that is A Cranberry and Christmas by Beth Ehrman. This is book, I don't know what book this is. It's a Christmas novella that came out last week, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. This follows Casey and Brody, who are the main people, 2 people in the Cranberry Inn series, but it also has Viper and Michelle, and then Andy and Danielle. It has Viper and Michelle from Cement Heart, and Wild Heart, and then it has Andy and Danielle from Even the Score and their children, and Casey's mom and her husband. I just love this series so much, so I'm getting to have like where they're all together was very nice, and it's a very cute Christmassy quick novella. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really highly recommend. So yeah, that is all I read, books I read this week or past 2 weeks. Let me just check. Yep, I talked about all of them. And if you want any like full reviews on any of these, just let me know. I will be more than happy to do it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.